Hey, what's up guys? Diesel Doug here, back with another video on the DTF Motorsports YouTube channel. We're back with some more 6.7 content. Got a 2022 F250 Platinum. We're going to be doing a lot of work to this truck, so there's going to be quite a few videos on this one. I'll break them all up into individual videos, but we're going to be doing S&S DCR pump, CCV reroute, pusher piping kit, S&B cold side pipe. We're supposed to be doing our S&B cold air intake, but they're nationally backordered right now, so we don't have it yet. And then we are going to be doing AMS oil, oil filter bypass, both billet fleece fuel filter kits, and a S&B tank. So lots of work to this thing. So like I said, I'm gonna split these off in individual videos. But yeah, just want to do a quick intro and show you the truck real quick. So this is my favorite part right here. Check this out. It's my FJB edition. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. So really clean truck, super low miles. So my favorite. I like working on clean stuff. So let's jump into it. So like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of videos on this truck. This first video we're going to be doing is just going to be the Fleece upper fuel filter kit. This is going to be literally the shortest video I'll probably ever make, because this is the easiest thing to do, and it's a great upgrade. So, all right, so part of the reason that it's a great idea to do this upgrade is that these factory upper fuel filters, right on my channel, got common that they were cracking. Ford has since updated those fuel filters just because they were having so many problems with them cracking, and they would spray fuel all over right off the top of that point. I'll show another video of it here in a second, but right at the top it would break, shoot fuel all over right above the exhaust manifold, and trucks were burning to the ground. So Fleece came out with that kit when all these trucks are having these problems. It's a billet fuel filter head with a screw-on down fuel filter. It's a great kit. It's inexpensive, especially when they're having these issues with these trucks catching on fire. It's well worth the investment to protect how much money you guys have in these trucks. So great upgrade. And also, when you go to do your fuel filters, if you do the upper and lower, it's cheaper to buy those two filters than it is to buy the OEM filters. It used to be that, you know, buying OEM Ford filters, fuel filters, wasn't that expensive. They used to be pretty cheap, but they're getting pretty proud of these fuel filters for these 6.7s. So it's, if you plan on keeping the truck for a long time, definitely worth the upgrade, because you will make up your cost eventually. And like I said, just to help protect your truck from burning to the ground is well worth the investment. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into doing the upper fuel filter first. All right, so referencing that point that I was talking about, right here, right where that little circle is, these things were basically just popping a hole in them, and there'd be a stream of fuel shooting up, and it would, you know, basically bounce off of this straight down onto that hot manifold here, and these trucks are just bursting into flames. So there is an updated version of this filter. I haven't seen it yet. This is something I've just recently seen online, where they have an extra rib that comes basically off of here over that point and connects to this rib back here. So there is an update. I don't know if it fixes it. Like I said, I haven't even seen those filters in person yet. I just seen them online. But this kit from Fleece is not very expensive, especially when you take into consideration the cost of these trucks. So like I said, a good insurance to not burn your truck down. So let's walk over here to the kit real quick. So this is what comes in the Fleece kit. You get two filters that you can throw one on, keep an extra one in the truck, and then you know, just when you go to do your fuel filters, change one. And I would keep one in the truck, just so, you know, if you're on the road or something and fuel gels up or whatever happens, you get bad fuel, you can just swap out the filter. You have one in the truck. So it comes with the billet fuel filter head. There is a third fitting for the newer trucks. The older trucks only had two. And then you got your koozie, sticker, and a little thank you card. So yeah, It's a really great kit, and this is super easy to install, so we'll go ahead and jump into it. And also you can see in the back here, we have the lower kit. There'll be a separate video on that one. It's a great combination for the 6.7. All right, so first things first, I always try to tuck some rags underneath this thing, that when you disconnect these lines, we're not making a huge mess, especially because, like I said, this is a pretty new, pretty low mileage truck, so this guy takes good care of his engine bay, keeps it clean, so I want to respect that and do the same thing. All right, that should capture most of it. All right, so then we can go through and disconnect the lines. Just have these tabs here. Let me try to move this camera kind of right in my way. All right, a little better view for you guys, and now I can see what I'm working on. So this rear one, pinch these two right here, push it out. Thing pulls out the top like that. And you should be able to just slide that off. Just like that. And yeah, see, like I said, you drip a little fuel, so keep the rags there, keep your engine bay clean. This one, same thing. There's two tabs on the backside. Pinch them together. Push it out. Fitting pops out and slides off. And this last one, you got these two oil dipstick tubes right in the way, but there's two tabs, one on each side. Pull them back away from the fuel filter and push that green tab up. Beautiful. Yeah, sometimes this green tab, they get kind of stuck. So if you push it in farther, it takes a little bit of the pressure off that, makes it a little easier to pop off. You can see at the end, I kind of had to push it in a little bit. But yeah, once you get this pushed all the way up, and they should pop right off. So now we have all three of those lines disconnected. I'm gonna move this rag here. So when you go to turn this to lift the filter out, fuel is gonna start to pour out of the back just because these trucks, you'll be leaning the filter backwards. So I usually just move the rag over the CCV box. And when you turn this, it'll continue to catch the fuel. And then you can lift it right out and tip it back towards you like this as you carry it out of the truck. That way all your holes are facing up and you won't leak any fuel all over. So. All right, so we're over at the bench. We have the Fleece fuel filter head. And if you have the earlier style 6.7, you only have two fittings on, then this thing's, you can screw your filter on and move this over the truck. For the 17 plus ones, we have to remove this plug here and install this additional fitting. So this is just a 3/8 Allen, so we'll go ahead and pop that out. Like I said, just unthread that plug. And then I did put a little bit of oil in this O-ring just to help it seat itself. So I'm going to get this one started. All right, then we're going to torque that to 22 foot-pounds, and it's a 7/8. Beautiful. All right, so now we have the third fitting installed, and we can take a little bit of clean oil on your finger, and we're going to want to oil the seal here, just a little film. And it also says to put a little bit on these threads. So take a little bit of clean oil, put it on the threads of the filter head. And then we'll go ahead and remove our plastic. And and thread this on. Just make that hand tight, and then it is ready to install on the truck. So you can see here this little detent. So this is gonna install the same way the factory filter come in. You're gonna drop it in facing the rear of the truck and then turn it clockwise so it lines up with your fuel lines. So let's go ahead and move it over to the truck. All right, so we're back over to the truck. We have our billet fuel filter head with the filter screwed on. We're gonna go ahead and remove those 3 caps, that keeps from debris getting into the fuel filter head. So we're gonna remove those. And like I said, we're gonna install this the same way we took out the factory filter. So kind of start with it facing towards the rear of the truck. Drop down into place like that. So that's about where you'll start at. And you'll turn it clockwise. Make sure you don't hit your fittings here. And it'll stop turning, and then you can just go through and reconnect all your lines. Make sure you push all these on until they snap. Go through and push that one down, this one in, and that one in. And that's the whole install. We'll just remove those rags, and then we'll go through and prime the truck a few times before you start it. And, oh, sorry, EGR vacuum valve to shut off. Yep, so like I said, push these clips down, remove the rags, obviously. Make sure you prime your fuel filters a couple times before you start the truck, just to make sure you got fuel in there. And then that install is complete. After you start it up, just make sure to double check for no leaks. And that's it. Like I said, really simple install. All right, guys, so that wraps up the Fleece billet upper fuel kit for the 6.7 Powerstroke. Like I said, really short video, especially for my channel. I usually have very long videos, so super quick and easy install. I've installed them before and just never posted a video of it, and I get people ask about them, so I wanted to make a video that when people ask about them, they can check out this video and get a better understanding of what that kit is and what it does and why you need it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, there's a lot of other videos I'm doing on this truck, so make sure to check out the channel. Got a lot of 6.7 content. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch you on the next video.